Hello and welcome to the annual Thanksgiving special on horror culture. And you know what that means? The stash is back, baby! Just as ugly as always. You know, I keep thinking puberty will finally hit in my mid-20s and I'll finally grow some goddamn facial hair. And then this happens. And speaking of terrible disappointments, oh, just wait until I tell you about today's movie. Yes, as the years go by, the list of horror-themed Thanksgiving movies is getting pretty short. We already talked about the great slasher movie Blood Rage.
It's not cranberry sauce.
We experienced the pro-Jesus, anti-drugs killer turkey movie Blood Freak, and now get ready for the lowest of the low, this 2022 release directed by Will Colazzo Jr. It's Amityville Thanksgiving. Ooh. Get stuffed, mother clucker. The holidays can really be hell. Now, based on this cover, it seems like we're getting a comedy horror film with a killer turkey making one-liners in the spirit of Thanksgiving.
Nice tits, bitch.
But spoilers, this turkey here does not show up in the movie, nor does this tagline, nor does this cabin. Wait a minute, are you telling me the marketing team lied so that people would be tricked into buying this movie? I just can't believe it.
That's terrible.
Alright, grab your cranberry sauce, your vodka, and follow me. We're gonna watch Amityville Thanksgiving. Starting with the opening credits, where already nothing works. We got a bad preset from a cheap editing software, and sometimes they use the preset transition, but it stays on the same shot. I don't think that's how it works. At one point, the music stops, and there's a little awkward silence, and then it starts all over again. That happens twice, by the way. Then we cut to the title card, and boy, that's one spooky font. Spooky shit right there.
Hi.
Hello. So what is this goddamn movie about?
Okay. Why is that recording? Why are we recording?
Well, let me read the back of the box for you. Jackie and Danny are spending the holiday week in therapy instead of at the dinner table. Their marriage has taken a turn for the worst, and they said turn twice. Taken a turn for the worst, and they turn to what they believe to be their only option, Amityville couples counselor Frank DeMonico. Oh, a doctor with a hidden sinister past. He recommends an isolated cabin retreat to save their family. But once alone together, the doctor's unorthodox approach starts to push the couple over the edge. Strange visitors, visions, and occult items haunt their stay, coming to peak on Thanksgiving Day. Little do they know that the doctor plans to end their sessions, as well as their lives, with a devilish dinner, and them as the main course. So that's the movie. So yes, this couple here doesn't love each other anymore, and the therapist wants to bang the lady. So we're just off to a great start here.
Just want you to know that I'm here for you. Moral support, even physical support if necessary.
No.
Then the inciting incident, if you want to call it that. The couple randomly finds a Ouija board while awkwardly walking in the backyard.
Oh, look at this!
Oh my God!
Look at this!
No.
And then the husband starts playing with it, causing horrifying things to happen.
Kill your wife. The shotgun is in the cabinet. But first, you must fornicate with her.
Oh god, this is frightening. Yeah, what the fuck do you want me to say at this point? I think the scenes speak for themselves. Okay, so the husband is possessed now and he needs to bang his wife. This leads us to the love scene. It's fantastic. It's so erotic, so raw, so sexy. Some hot shit right there. But then the husband shoves a gun in the lady's face and he's forced to go to a motel because he's too scary.
You're gonna make me go to a hotel.
Send him to a motel.
Bye-bye. Get out of the movie. Now, of course, this was the therapist's plan all along. Although the husband got possessed by the Ouija board.
The hell?
Which has nothing to do with said therapist. This guy, by the way, is played by Mark C. Folhard. He's a veteran actor, having played in Will Colazzo Jr.'s previous films like Bloody Nun and Bloody Nun 2, The Curse. I haven't seen them, but I'm sure they're great.
slapping that flesh.
Anyhow, I watched an interview with Mark and Will, and it's just kinda sad. Mark was pretty much dying on the set. He had very severe health issues. He was passing out. He became purple at one point, apparently. The guy seems confused. He talks to his VHS camera for like chunks of 20 minutes at a time.
And she was so gratified for the sex that she just laid there.
But I'll give him this. He finished the movie, goddammit, and I'm proud of him for that. Anyhow, back to the movie. Things are getting spooky now. Alright, you ready for it? You're gonna shit your pants, I tell you. Oh my god, it's so scary. Here you can really see the talent of Will Palazzo Jr., director of Night of the Zomghouls. His genius is unparalleled. This guy, he knows what he's doing with a camera, and it shows. And speaking of which, take a look at this scene. Look at it.
It was supposed to be like The Shining.
I think now would be a good time to mention some of the technical aspects of this movie. They're not very good, to say the least. Starting with the audio, which is just terrible.
No!
It keeps peaking constantly. After that, we got plenty of obvious continuity errors. Look at this guy, he's lying in the bed, but in the next shot, poof, he's standing up.
Danny!
Also the editing, Jesus Christ.
Wait, I'm still married. No.
We have some of the most abrupt cuts I've ever seen in a movie.
Dr. Barron, you know.
Oh, and right there, this guy is supposed to be calling the cops, but he's just touching the home screen of his phone. Evidently, the filmmaking crew here was not very talented, and I'm sure you'll be surprised to hear that Will Palazzo Jr. not only directed Amityville Thanksgiving, but he also produced, wrote, shot, and edited the movie, which explains a lot. Of note, there also is no credit to be found for the sound department, which also explains a lot. So back to the wife who had some wicked sex with her possessed husband.
Finally!
Before he shoved a gun up her face and left for a motel.
Motel.
She's a bit shook by this experience, and therefore she calls Frank, the creepy therapist who wants to rape her. And somehow this leads to the two having sex. And I think it was consensual. He stuffed his turkey, if you know what I mean, and I think you do. We then learn that he implanted her with his demonic juice.
Had this outrageous sex with his wife.
Outrageous.
I put my demon seed inside of her.
Okay, so as of right now, what is this movie? Advertised as a killer turkey flick with one-liners such as "Get stuffed, mother clucker," this is ultimately a shitty drama about a couple who hates each other, intertwined with a confused elderly man talking to his VHS camera for what seems to be hours. Which brings the question, is this a joke, or did they actually try to make a horror movie and the producers realized how much of a fucking failure it was, so they advertised it as a funny bad cult movie with a silly cover, hoping an idiot would one day stumble upon it on Amazon and buy it. But then again, stuff like this happens. So it has to be a joke, right? Right? What is the intent behind this piece of shit? Well, don't worry, I made some extra digging for you. I watched the whole thing again with the commentary track on, and it was revealing to say the least.
I'm really loving the way the movie looks.
Turns out, Will Palazzo Jr. was actually trying.
I like this scene right here. Oh, then I put like a jump scare there with a ghost.
That's really
To try
cool,
and
like
throw
those
off.
of my wings
It
there.
was supposed to be like The Shining. Thanks for supporting us. We got so many great films to come.
Not once in the interview or the commentary track does he treat this as a joke.
We're serious filmmakers.
Yes, you know.
He legit wanted to make a good horror movie. This is so embarrassing, it hurts. Okay, let's finish this. Where were we? Oh, that's right. The lady now has demonic juice in her belly because the therapist's seeds firmly implanted inside of her.
My seeds firmly implanted inside of her.
So then, without any kind of transition whatsoever, without any reveal or build-up, they just cut to a wide shot of everybody gathered at the table with child makeup on their faces. It's frightening, really, especially since it stays on the wide shot with without ever cutting to a close-up. Little filmmaking lesson here, that's what you want when your villain gives his big evil speech at the end. Not that. No, no, no. That's the way to do it, baby. Bonus points if you put a distracting microwave behind him. Anyhow, the therapist says that thanks to their outrageous sex, he's gonna be immortal. So naturally, the wife tries to escape, but this doesn't work because apparently she's already in hell. The special effects are amazing. The end. I'm kidding, there's half an hour left. Shocking reveal, the ladies somehow didn't want to keep the therapist's demon sperm.
But she wouldn't stay pregnant with my demon sperm.
And since she didn't want the baby, he just ate her instead. And he saved the best for last.
She was tasty. I always save the best for last.
And careful folks, this one is not for the faint of heart. This is peak gore effects like you've never seen before. Hey listen, you've been warned.
Fucking mind. There goes the head. It's supposed to be like an old ass zombie head. That's why it has like a purple
Zombie.
The end. I'm kidding, there's 20 minutes left. The remainder of Amityville Thanksgiving is literally just people on the news talking about the therapist for about 20 solid minutes. Here we got a classic case of, oh fuck, we finished the movie but we're only at 50 minutes of runtime. This is not feature length. What do we do? Let's add the horseshit filler scenes that have no purpose in this movie so that we can desperately call this a feature film and sell it on DVD. Yeah, forget about sleeping pills. Watch this part and you'll either fall asleep or kill yourself. It reeks of desperation. It's so embarrassing and very hard to get through. And then, against all odds, at one point, it finally ends.
Thank you.
And that was Amityville Thanksgiving. Listen, if this got a DVD release that you can buy, anything is possible. Literally anything. This movie was a mystery for me because I kept wondering what the intent was behind it.
Letting somebody eat your ass is not necessarily cheating. You know, eating ain't cheating, as Bill Clinton once said, right?
Are they fucking with us? Or are they actually trying and failing miserably? And of course, as we saw, the director thought he was making a real movie.
It was supposed to be like The Shining.
I have never been more embarrassed for somebody in my life. For anyone involved with this film, actually. But the good news is, knowing now that they were actually trying to do something good, it makes it that much easier to laugh at them. Unlike Thanksgiving, that's trying to be bad on purpose, which makes it painfully unfunny, this here is a pure, raw failure like no other. There's just nothing better than laughing at other people's misery. I'll give Amityville Thanksgiving a solid half turkey out of 5 for some of the entertaining stuff here and there, but having watched this twice all alone, I would consider this experience a torturous nightmare. Anyhow, happy Thanksgiving, I wish you all the food and all the cranberry sauce in the world, and keep watching horror movies. It's good for your health. Bye bye.
You're one of us now. What the hell? You're bound to review Thanksgiving horror movies for the rest of your life.
No, anything but that.
Get ready for next year.
Anything but this!
Nice tits, bitch.